So we think we're recording. Got deja vu with this because we did this probably an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
And we realised the computer and the recording stopped at 4 minutes and 30. So we've been on a massive trek around the uni. We went to the OMG studios, which are like they've got their own little offices. We've been in a bathroom, technically.
Basically, it sounded like one of the voice recordings.
And we know who it is. So Ash, if you're listening,
it's Ash, mate.
Back off, man.
Stop it.
Back off.
He said 50 minutes wasted, and he's wasted 50 minutes of our time.
Well, yeah, he's done more.
Double.
More, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's
double the karma,
he's hit
mate.
more karma than us.
I know, he's nearly got you mugged and now he's wasting our time.
Seriously, so if you guys listened to the last podcast where we talked about Ash, it's come back to bite us, really.
Yeah. It has.
Yeah.
We're sorry. We're sorry, Ash.
We've literally wasted half the day, but we're finally back on. So welcome back to Season 2, Episode 6 of the Let's Talk Ball podcast.
There we go.
So I'm Samuel Slaney. I'm joined with John Lomas and Jordan Mountford. We're usually joined by Connor, but he's in Area 51 at the moment.
Yeah.
With Ash.
On his
With
way.
Ash. Maybe it was Connor and Ash. Maybe Connor was like upset he wasn't on, so he was like, fuck this, I'm going.
Well, yeah, you never know.
You never know.
I'm gonna collaborate
I
with
mean,
Ash.
him and Ash were quite close.
Maybe, yeah. He didn't really laugh at the joke, did he, when we were doing
so
the
Insider. Got a mole.
Yeah, a mole. Got
Never know.
And I've quite literally got a mole.
Yeah.
But before we got interrupted and found ourselves in a bathtub, we were talking about kits.
We were.
So I think we'll run through them quicker than we did. We went in depth, so you're missing out, but Arsenal's home kit.
Yeah, I really like this. I really like the collar. The shade of red's really nice. It's a classic kit. It looks like it could have been done in the 90s. Adidas worked really well with Arsenal. I'd give this a 9. I really like it.
Yeah, look beautiful. They actually suit the players. Like,
yeah,
it does, yeah.
Especially Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Socrates is a bit.
Yeah, it's a solid 9. That is.
It's not like the Puma ones where they were really tight as well. I like that.
It's a 9.
9.
Yeah, classy kit. And then obviously that transitions into the away kit.
I'd probably give this an 8. The away one. I like how it's very similar to the one they did in the 90s again. I think
again they've gone for that retro.
They're definitely going for that retro vibe because that was a classic kit. Although hated at the time, I think it's looked back now as a bit of a cult status. Yeah, I like this. I like the collar on it as well.
Simple.
I'd say that's an 8.
Nice. Yeah, 8.
Yeah, I don't want to be the same, but yeah, I would say 8. And then obviously we go to Tyrone Mings.
Who is a £25 million player.
Yeah, he's advertising the new cap.
He can't get into
Aston Villa
Bournemouth's team yet. Villa have signed him for $25 million.
I mean,
what does that say about football?
I know, but
now?
if it's going to start for Villa, there's no problem.
Yeah,
with
that's fair enough. And
know?
I like what Villa are doing. They're doing a Fulham.
Yeah,
aren't they?
bigger
But that
club
wasn't
than
very
Bournemouth, though,
successful.
isn't it, John? Bigger club than
It's
Bournemouth.
a bigger club.
Yeah,
but like,
so it's a step up for him.
it was a step up in that sense.
Well,
but the point I'm making is if you can't get into Bournemouth's defence and you're £25 million, then
Then what is football?
Then what is football? But yeah, I think it's a decent average kit. I mean, it's
obviously in the first pod that we did, we said about Kappa reminding us of Roma.
Yeah, because they were the classic Roma kits.
Well, like I said, I had that white top.
Yeah.
And honestly, it fits so nice.
It reminds me just of Totti and all that.
Honestly, yeah.
Daniel
De
De
Rossi,
yeah, that team. Yeah, I like Kappa, but I don't like the sleeve sponsor, and I don't like the W88 sponsor as well. I thought that
well,
was
this is the thing as well.
It's
really got like 2 kind of logos on it, hasn't
it's
it?
horrible.
I know.
Just pick one of.
Yeah.
I don't like.
If they got rid of the golden W, and
that
kept
wouldn't be
just
too bad.
It'd be sick, yeah.
That would be good.
I'll
give this a 6.5.
I don't like it. I don't like the sleeves out. It's it just looks.
Oh, where it's like a vest with just sleeves
it
added
just
on.
looks like a vest on it. Now
There's
I'm
no
not.
like fading in and sleeves.
Yeah.
And like
I
you
see
said,
what you mean. Now you've pointed that out.
The sponsors just. No, I don't like that. I'd give it a 4.
I do actually rate it.
I wouldn't give it a 4. I think that's a bit harsh.
No,
I'm going to go
just don't
7.
like it.
I think it's a clean looking kit.
I went 6.5, maybe 7. Yeah, I agree.
So now on to Bournemouth then.
Yeah, this is a nice.
And I think it's a
nice
very,
top.
very clean kit.
Very nice.
I like this top.
The stripes suit it. Like
it just looks very,
looks
like you
nice.
said earlier, very clean, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a very clean.
Even the
kit.
sponsor though, like
Even
usually a sponsor
like
can
that
break
as well.
the
Yeah,
kit.
but it matches it.
It
black.
matches,
It's a big sponsor, but it actually works.
Yeah, it does.
And
For me, this is the best kit that Umbro have made
What,
this
really?
season,
This
at least.
season?
At least this season.
Maybe, yeah.
Potentially the past few
I
seasons.
can't think who else they've done, but so far it is.
Yeah,
I
like
think
that sponsor always reminds me of Tottenham.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
always.
definitely.
Yeah,
Always.
when they had Modric
And
Bale
Ramos as
stuff.
manager.
Yeah, when they were awful.
Yeah.
That was like back when Darren Bent was there, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was.
And like
Berbatov.
De Santos, Berbatov.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cork. Oh, what was the centre back called? Was it Cork or something like that?
What
He
Stephen?
was Croatian.
Oh,
yeah, I know who you're on about. Yeah, Chorluka.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
was
it.
it.
That's
Yeah,
the one. Yeah, I'm gonna go for an 8 for this one. I like it.
I'd go for an 8 as
Yeah,
well.
8
Very
is
clean.
classy, clean kit. Yeah. On to Brighton then, and nothing much has changed, has it?
Yeah, this is a weak kit. This
Yeah.
is.
But like I said earlier on, judge it from not the previous, like,
Yeah, I get what you mean.
but judge it
Even
as a
you can't
standalone.
escape it though.
you can't
That's the
escape
thing.
it. I think it's a part of how you judge a kit.
But it's one of them. If it's in a shop and you've never watched football before and you see that top and it's like,
I think-
is that an?
I think that American Express logo, it's just cut out like a box, just like a rectangular box, just looks really bad.
But
I
it's
don't
one of them
mind it, like,
'cause
how else did he put it?
I
in
was going to
there?
say, like we've seen with the Sheffield United kit earlier on, obviously not in this podcast, last podcast,
Yeah.
that if that white box wasn't there, it's on there. It's like
Exactly.
just
I
place
know,
on.
but that just looks like it's, it just doesn't look right, does it? It looks like it's.
So how
it just
else did
doesn't
he
look
do
like
it?
it
I think
mixes.
striped kits in general are like they're really hard to get the sponsorship on, aren't they?
They are.
The thing I do, I wouldn't have it like I wouldn't have it like a white box. That's what I'm thinking.
And it's
it-
not
it-
a complete box, is it? It's like
No,
some kind
it's
of.
not. I mean,
go-
like,
So,
Is that
but-
just how he's wearing the kit, or
you know how Stoke do it with the Bet365?
Where you
Kind of
got-
like that.
yeah.
Oh, it's
Which
a red one.
the red?
yeah.
Yeah.
Where it goes in with the kit. So if that was
Yeah.
blue with white American Express,
Yeah, I could see that a bit more. But that's just, for me, that just looks. It looks like it's been. When you go on, they've got the kit and then on Photoshop they've just whacked the logo on.
Yeah, it's lazy.
Without getting
Yeah.
rid of
And we
white
said it's a
space.
lazy
I could
design
say
by
it's
now.
lazy, but I think
Without
it's
getting
nice.
rid
I
of-
don't think it's too
It's
bad.
classic Nike
No, I'm
kit,
quite
this.
disappointed. I am
I
with
think
it.
this is crap. I do.
Uh,
I wouldn't
Poor.
say it's crap.
I
think
think
it's a
I'll
4.
I'll go 4. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
there's nothing special.
I'd say 6. It's not
No
amazing,
creativity
but it's not
involved.
amazing,
You'd
but it ain't
say
the
that's
worst
better
ones.
than the Aston Villa one.
Yes.
I'd be gutted if I was a
Wow.
Brighton fan and this was the kits like that they'd released.
No,
100%.
it's rubbish. It's
Nah.
bang average.
It's nothing special at all.
Yeah.
It's nothing special, but I'd say it's rubbish. I don't think it's that.
So we go on to Burnley then, your
yeah,
team.
Yeah.
Obviously, I said earlier, them collars.
The Vicar
What is
collars.
going on?
Vicar
Yeah.
collar
Vicar
ruins it.
collars.
But
Don't like the Vicar collars, but I do like the old school vibe to it. It's a nice shade of cloud. It's very beige. It's not really.
The
um,
sponsor
sponsor,
doesn't do it
though,
justice
man.
either.
The sponsor's crap. I don't.
That's
I
one
hate
of them
the
shirts that would look better without a sponsor. Like no
Yeah.
matter
Yeah, it
what
does,
sponsor
yeah.
you put on.
Proper
someone,
retro.
Yeah.
Someone edited it out like onto a thing. I was like, wow, it actually was quite nice. But it's the Chinese logos on
yeah,
top.
it ruins it, man.
But it's not quite as bad as the Labba one last year, which was the poker symbol. That was probably the worst sponsor I've ever seen. So on that regard, it's an upgrade. I'm going to go with a 6.5 on this one. I think it's very similar to the Aston Villa one, actually.
And then obviously you saw the away kit.
Yeah, I did, and that's what
And-
I really like.
Yeah.
What would you go for the home one then?
6. It's nothing special.
For the home,
It's
I'm going
better
to go
than
5.
Villa.
Yeah, I
Just
could see
it's
that.
average.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but the blue away kit, though,
The away kit is
Mm.
probably a 7.
Nah.
it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd say it's a
disagree.
7.5. It's a
Um,
really nice shirt.
I'd say it's 5 for the away one. Just don't like the purple badge in that with
But
the
it,
blue.
the
I
claret
don't think
thing, but it works.
I don't think it does with it when it's dominated mainly by the blue. And
So
it's
you'd have
the
blue
pattern.
badge.
No, that's what I mean. I don't know what colour badge I would have, but I
think
don't
that's
like.
the only way you do the badge justice
That's
on
what I
a
mean.
kit like that.
But
Or do you do what United have done on the home kit and have it into like a little black
yeah,
shield?
you could do that. Yeah, okay, I could see that maybe. That could maybe look a bit better. But I don't mind it. I really like the light blue one. I'm looking forward to buying that because I don't think I'm going to bother with the home. It's too similar to the one I've already got.
So on to a controversial one, Chelsea.
Chelsea one, yeah, I think.
Now
this
me
is
and
crap
me and
idea.
Jordan rate the home kit.
yeah, I think it's in top 3, top 4.
Really?
It's really nice. Yeah, it's different.
Well, it's different,
looks-
isn't it?
And it works as well. It's not shit. Like,
It
it's
kind of
not-
resembles Marvel.
Yeah, it does.
A
Yeah.
little bit, yeah.
I just don't like it though. I don't like the. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it.
You just hate Chelsea. You've got.
Well, I don't like Chelsea, but I used to think their kits were really nice. That's the only good thing about them.
It's
Like
like
the kits were nice.
The sponsor works as well on the top.
Well, that's what's weird about it. The sponsor actually works. Yeah.
It looks nice.
Even the
doesn't it?
Hyundai on the sleeve.
I'd give it
Yeah.
a 9. It looks really
I would.
nice.
Yeah, I'm going
Give
for
it
9.
Give it a 5, mate. I just don't like it
That's
that much.
harsh.
And this is where we differ because you like the away
I
kit,
do
don't
like
you?
the away kit. I think,
And-
that, I
and
think
I
this
don't.
is a 7.5. I quite like it.
If it's 4, man. Like I say, he's got the.
Number 1, it looks like Leon, but you've pointed out about the sleeves, haven't
Yeah,
you?
so
It does look like
you've
a
got-
polo shirt.
Yeah,
as well.
technically that is the Russian flag.
Yeah,
White, blue,
that's
red.
what I mean. Roman Ivanovic, white, blue, red.
It looks
Little
like a
link
polo
there.
shirt,
No,
but
it's
for
true.
some reason I quite like it. I don't know why.
I don't like
I give it
that.
a 7. I would.
4.
For some reason, Aspilicueta looks Russian as well.
He
there.
does.
Looks like he's kind of looking at something,
think-
like he's trying to kind of like going, like you know how
Abramovich is probably way.
you know how
got
old,
a big one.
you know how
He's
old
on
people,
FaceTime.
you know how
Yeah.
old people with long sightedness like go like that on the phone.
Yeah.
It looks like that.
For that, I think I'm going to go 4. No, 5, because I gave Burnley 5, didn't I?
Yeah.
Uninspiring.
Cool.
Crystal Palace then.
Yeah, this is
Bad.
just
Horrible.
pretty
No, I
bad.
don't mind it too much.
I don't know if it's outright bad. I just think it's not that good. It's
But
a bit too bright.
it's too bright.
It's like a knockoff Barcelona.
Yeah, I get that. I don't like the sponsor.
the
The
sleeve
collar's
bit I
not
don't
great
like.
either as well, is it?
I don't mind it though. I don't, especially after looking at it again.
5.
Yeah, looking at it again, it's not one of the
For
worst.
me,
It's
that's
average.
better than the Chelsea away kit. So I have to give it 5.5.
I'll go 5.
Yeah, I'd
Maybe
go 4.
6.
I'd
go
say
4.
I'd say it's similar to the Chelsea one, in which it's like I don't really like it, but it's average.
But then if we move on to the away kit, it's
But
pretty sleek. That is.
very nice.
Yeah, I really
Mm.
like this one. I think this
I've
is
just
an 8.
noticed as well that pattern on the side. I
And-
didn't even
yeah,
notice
that's
that at first.
Yeah, that's kind of a classic Puma one. That is.
Nice colours. It's not
Sleeves
just
are a
like,
bit long though, aren't they? To the elbows.
They are. Yeah. That is
Didn't
a bit
notice that
different.
before. I know you can roll them up a bit, but
It's,
Yeah, I'm
it's
going-
not as if they've done like the blues on the right and then the reds on the left and then on the sleeve it's swapped
yeah,
over.
they've
It's like,
stuck to it. Someone who designed that has obviously got OCD, and I like that.
it looks nice.
Don't we all have OCD?
So
Yeah.
I'd say it's an 8.
I'd say it's an 8. I agree with you.
Is it as good as the Chelsea home shirt as a 9? I think it is for me.
I don't think. It's as
No,
good
I'll
as
go
the
8.5
Arsenal
because it's a classy kit. That is.
8. I'll go for 8. I don't think I can go past that.
On to Everton then.
I think this is pretty plain, don't you?
No, it's plain. It's just
It is plain.
random.
They've tried to do what they've done with Burnley's away kit.
Yeah,
on the
they
chest.
have, but not as well. I don't
Yeah,
think.
not as well.
It's not a bad kit, but
It's your typical average Everton kit.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it just looks the exact same as last season's. It literally doesn't.
A bit
look
more plain than last season. I
Yeah.
suppose,
Yeah.
but I've never been a fan of Everton kits, to be fair.
Yeah,
No, I'd give it a 5.
that's
Even how they've got the blue on the top of the socks as well.
Yeah.
If that was all white, that'd
yeah,
look
that
better.
would look better. Yeah, I'll give that a 5.
Yeah, 5, just average.
Yeah, bang
Yeah.
average. And on to Leicester then.
I like this kit.
Yeah, very
And we
nice.
did say earlier, the last time Leicester wore gold on a kit, they won the league.
Yeah,
So
maybe it's
who
going to happen
knows?
again. Maybe Rodgers is going to finally do it this time.
Can
Who
you
knows,
imagine
man?
the scene?
Oh, mate, I'd be so happy for him. But yeah, the kit, it's like they got the checkered pattern like the Liverpool away kit in 08-09, which is very nice. But yeah, it's nice. I like the gold with it as well, with the sleeves, you know. Yeah, it's good.
Something that they could improve if the King Power sponsor was in gold. I think that'd look a little bit better. Or the Adidas logo was white then. And you
Yeah.
just have the gold stripes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see that. I like this though. I think
Yeah,
this
it's not a
is-
bad kit at
yeah.
all.
I think this is an 8.5 or a 9.
It's an 8 for me.
8, yeah, 8.
It's a classy kit. Onto
Pink
the
one, though.
away kit that I'm wearing pink at the moment, but
Yeah. It's a better pink though, the one you're wearing. Than
yeah, a
this.
bit
Yeah.
lighter, isn't it? But
Yeah, this one's a bit too bright.
not a fan of that away kit, if I'm honest.
Definitely.
And I think you said the template,
It's a
didn't you?
template kit. You can buy
Yeah.
the exact same shirt without the badge and sponsor.
And like you said, it's like the German kit in it from the
Yeah,
1990s.
Yeah,
It's
the logo at the back. Yeah,
It's hot.
I'm
not very nice.
I'm going for a 5 on this one.
Yeah, bang average 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like not outwardly bad, but it's just very, very lazy, obviously, because it's literally a template.
And this is where I think it'd look better if the stripes were on the torso instead of the shoulders.
Yeah, because sometimes it is better.
Mm.
This black one though is a bit better, although we've discussed that the collar is a bit too far down.
Yeah, not feeling the collar.
is it a different shade
Let's the
of black to the top?
What do you mean, like?
what do you mean?
Shade of cut, like is right if I zoom in.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Because the black black's
Oh, on the
a
collar.
bit different, yeah.
Yeah,
bit
it is a
more-
bit. I didn't.
I
notice
it's
it.
just-
I really like the black though. It's a nice.
I just
shirt,
wish they
bar
did the badge
bar,
gold.
Bar the collar,
Yeah.
man. Like the collar just seems to ruin it a little bit.
I really wish that they'd gone for the black and gold.
Yeah, that would have been really nice.
Yeah, kind of like the Liverpool goalkeepers one.
Well, yeah, and that's what we'll transition
Yeah,
onto after
but
the
I'll
rating.
give this a 7. I like it.
7,
It's just,
yeah.
If
Six.
the collar was better, I'd have given that an 8.5.
I think it's a 6 for me. But on to Liverpool then,
Oh,
and let's just
my
touch on the
goodness.
goalkeepers kit because wow,
Oh,
they've
mate.
nailed it.
Best goalkeeping kit I've seen in a long time.
It is nice.
Really
And
nice.
if that, I'd be so happy if United had that as an away kit.
And the thing is, it's simple. Like,
It is,
it's just
yeah.
simple. It's black
plain
and gold.
black.
Yeah.
Has it even got stripes on the shoulders or anything like that?
No, I think there's just a little bit of yellow bit on
That's
the.
what I'm saying, like the gold,
when
they've nailed
kits
it.
are spot on like that, they should just keep it for 2 seasons. Like
Honestly,
they used to.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's money, mate.
I know. It
Yeah.
makes more
That's
the
money to
thing.
do it every season. I get that, but that's
But then
my
you
opinion.
think, would fans buy more shirts if they knew that it was going to be there for 2 seasons? Because the wear that you can get out of that shirt.
No,
Yeah.
nah,
Yeah, they would.
I don't know.
I don't buy a
It's
shirt.
debatable.
I
What
do
don't
you
buy.
think?
I don't buy a shirt
What would
every
you-
season.
I don't.
That's true, but would you say that Burnley top you've got now? Would
Yeah.
you buy it again? Like, say a year later?
If they're playing in it, yeah.
No, not buy it again. I mean, like,
Oh no, not buy it
probably
again.
probably
I
in
wouldn't
that
buy
first
another-
season that they unveil the kit,
Mm.
you'd probably have a lot more sales,
Yeah,
and then you obviously it'd deteriorate.
yeah.
But in the long term, would it work out? If they had kits for 2 seasons, would you get more sales
Plus, you've got,
initially?
you change the away kit every season as well, so you'd still get sales.
It'd be
from that.
boring though, wouldn't it? Seeing,
I don't know. I think
I would say that it's very boring. It's nice to see
The problem
brand
is
new
because
kits.
they
Yeah.
keep
In
on
the
doing
season.
the new kits though. We've gone through a bit of a theme here where the home kits are just starting to look the same every time. Bar this
I get
Liverpool
what you
one.
mean, yeah.
Or if they change sponsor, that's when it usually changes. Yeah, I like this Liverpool kit. I'm gonna go for an 8.5.
It's clean.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7. Goalkeeping kit 10.
Oh, 100. Yeah,
Oh,
it doesn't get
best
better, does
kit
it?
I've seen on here.
Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah, I'll go 7.
And the away kit. I prefer the Chelsea white one.
It's not very good.
I prefer that over Chelsea's
Yeah,
away.
5. It's just.
I'll give that a 6.
I'll go 5.5 for that.
Oh,
and then
this
on
is
to Cities
horrible,
with
this
the
man's
new
horrible.
Puma sponsor.
Why purple? Like,
I don't know.
it's horrible. The purple.
Apologies if it genuinely does mean something, but like,
It's
Yeah.
like the purple and the blue don't go.
No,
on
it
there,
Looks like one of
especially
our old away kits when we had Puma. One
It's
of
just-
Puma's old away kits.
it's horrible to look at.
Yeah.
125 years.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
so trying to push that on.
know,
That
yeah.
they were a club before.
More like
the-
8 years,
Oh, and
celebrating
then
8 years.
If you look on this, the shoulders as well, we got the Puma badge there, and it's just horrible, man.
I don't mind that, but the
I
fact
don't
it's
like
purple.
It's just horrible.
Maybe if it was white,
That's
like
a
if the
3,
sponsor was
I
white,
think.
Puma sponsor was white.
I still think the blue's too dull. It's not popping out.
It's not
Yeah, it's not
sky
inspiring
blue,
at
is
all.
it?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's not sky blue, which is what.
It's like
you know,
Coventry City blue.
Yeah,
It
isn't
it
is.
is.
It's a
Yeah,
good shout.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
I'd give that a 3.
yeah, it's
I'll
poor.
go 4 for that. With that purple though, 3.5. Disgusting. Onto the away kit, and that's a lot better.
It's
But
just
again, they've got the colour mismatch.
It's a
the colour
mismatch,
the
man.
colour mismatch on the Puma Etihad and the sleeve is bad.
like I say, the only thing I could see them like for why they've done it is the badge, the colours in the badge. You got the blue.
Yeah, it's a good shout. That is. It could
Yeah.
be that,
But apart
or is
from
that them trying to be different?
That's what I mean. But
That's what I
apart
mean.
from that, it's like they've literally gone on paint and just go, you're going
That's an
yellow.
ugly
you're
yellow as well, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't mind the yellow.
I don't know. I
I
think.
think the pink's horrible. I'm not much for the pink.
I think we said earlier the pastel colours, aren't they? Then.
Yeah.
And then on to
Ugh.
this. You could go to a festival in this third kit.
You could.
That has to be said.
You could use this.
You could
as
also
A late
cross
bike
roads.
ride. Yeah,
You could
late
use this
bike.
as a safety thing on your
Yeah.
bike. You
You
know,
could,
you
yeah.
wear them,
Horrible,
the
man.
fluorescent.
It looks
Yeah.
like sick, especially the middle bit. Like it's
Yeah,
like,
it does. It looks like trails of sick.
But
Yeah.
when you eat radiation,
it is,
throw
man.
it all.
Yeah,
It's horrible, man.
I'm going
I
with
think neon dates really quickly as well.
It
Once you've
does.
seen it, it's done.
Yeah, I
Like-
agree. Yeah,
That's a 2, if that.
2.5.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I think I'll go for that as well.
Plastic.
I'm quite happy. City's kits aren't that nice this season, are they?
I know.
Because Puma are very hit and miss.
That just shows City as well. They've gone for the money. It's one of the
I
biggest
know.
deals
yeah,
in football. That is.
I know. It's up there with Man United, isn't it?
Well, on to United then.
I like this home shirt.
I'm-
I do.
I'm really happy about this home shirt. Yeah,
the best
I think
Man
this is
United
the
home
best
shirt in
Adidas
ages.
United shirt we've had
I don't,
since this.
Yeah,
this new
yeah,
sponsor,
probably. Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like the black badge.
See, I
This-
like that,
I'd prefer.
and it takes me back to 06 with the white
I
badge.
And that
don't like.
was a
I didn't
nice
like
one.
it then. I don't. It doesn't
Even how
thingy.
the stripes aren't black as well.
I'd
I like that
prefer
they're
them
red.
to be, but I'd give it a 5.
It's just
bang
classy, I think.
average.
I'm going to give it 9
Bang
for that.
average.
What about
Sponsor
you,
doesn't
John?
look too bad.
Yeah, sorry, I was in my world a bit there.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Thinking about
I
how
agree.
Ash is going to terrorise you next.
Yeah, he's going to knock on my door next. I'm going to give this a 9. Yeah, I agree with you, Sam. I like this one.
It's
I
clean.
don't like
I
Lingard.
In the words of Andy Tate,
Well, yeah,
what
he's
else
smug,
is there to be
man.
said? Do you know what I
I
mean?
really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for a Man United kit. It's nice. I like it.
And on to the away, and we've got the kind of faded gold.
I don't really
It
like
looks
this.
nice. I like it.
I like it.
I think this is
And
like
again,
this-
I'm going to give it a 9.
I'd give this a 6.
I'd give it an 8. It's nice. I like the colour of it. I like the black.
Again, the
with it.
texture on it as well.
Definitely prefer
It's
the
not
home
just
one.
plain. It's like
I don't
it's
know
got its own
why.
design going on.
Don't know why Rashford's wearing a hoodie in it on top, but fair play to him.
It
but
looks sick like that, though, to be fair. I think it
That's
looks
what
good with a
what
hoodie.
people do. At
that's like
football.
12-year-old lad.
Yeah, but like in winter, I'd do that, I think.
That's what people do at football. You know, Jordan.
I know, but
And then on to the leaked third kit, uninspiring.
yeah.
I think they've tried to go to the one that we had a few years back, probably about
This
2
is
years
just.
ago.
It looks like a training top
Yeah.
to me.
Or
And
goalkeeping kit.
the,
It just
the Chev,
does
the,
actually,
the Chevrolet logo looks.
It looks
bigger.
out of place there, and that's funny because on the home shirt and the away, it kind of suits it.
Yeah, I
it
know,
looks
but on
bigger,
that
doesn't
one,
it?
it
On
just-
the
Yeah,
It's the thing. It's
it is bigger, isn't it?
that plus sign just looks massive on there, and it doesn't look right. Yeah, I'd give that.
I'm
5.
kind of hoping it isn't the third kit, to be honest.
I think that's really uninspiring. I give
Yeah.
that. Might
On
not
to
be.
something really uninspiring.
Yeah, this is absolutely disgusting. This Newcastle top.
oh,
I think what's disgusting is that it's the most expensive one
Yeah,
in
they-
the
Yeah,
league as
definitely.
well.
It's the worst
Charging
one, this-
65
Mike-
quid, and it's probably one of the worst ones. Like,
Mike Ashley, man, he's just a prick. I mean, 65 quid for that. Come on,
It just looks so cheap.
it's
and there's
horrible.
charge-
Just to
that much.
contradict myself as well here, if you were to remove that sponsor, it's a classic looking kit.
I think if you
disagree. I
move
think it
the
looks
kit, I think if you
crap
move the badge, the Puma around, and get rid of the sponsor, then
You
I
can
could
see
give
what
it
they
a
tried
shout,
to go
but-
for though, can't you?
Think
Down
of-
the
I-
centre, quite
yeah,
classic.
but
It
I
do-
don't
it
think
doesn't
it
work,
work.
though.
It don't work.
Like, it doesn't look like they've done it right. Like, I get the idea, but the execution's dreadful. I
Yeah.
mean, like, the blocks don't look evenly distributed, and
It's like curving, isn't it,
It
at the
looks
bottom?
like, you
It's
know,
just-
when you just paint something and you go down with like the roller
Yeah.
down the straight.
That'll do.
That literally
It
looks
is
like
like
what
that,
they've
yeah.
done once. They've got a white top and they've gone.
One straight
Oh, I
once,
see
and
what
then
you
the
mean when you
next
look at
it's
it like
gone.
that.
Yeah, that'll do. And then we'll just put some black sleeves on for some reason.
I like what they tried to go for, but they just haven't pulled it off at all.
It's just they've done it really like it just looks like it's been made like within like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it is.
I think I
It's
said
sim-
earlier 3, and I think I'll stick by that.
0.
I'll give it a 0.
Rubbish. Absolutely
horrible.
awful. Everything
What
about
if
it's
this
crap.
kit was 20 quid? Well, the top, let's say it was 20 quid.
Maybe I'd boost it up to a 2 then.
Which is unheard of as well. It'll never
Yeah.
happen.
Never.
Nah.
If
Can you even get a League 2 side shirt for 20 quid?
You're lucky for 40
Could you
quid,
see?
I think.
Could you see Ashley cutting his prices?
No.
Come on.
No chance.
Not a chance,
Well,
man.
he's still got the same stock in his shop, hasn't he?
I know.
I know. Everything about his shop is cheap and horrible.
On to Norwich then.
They never really have nice kits because I just don't like the colour.
Well, this is a better one, I think.
Yeah, this.
Yeah.
They did the fading thing all right, to be
For
honest.
some reason, I think their Daffabet logo seems to fit quite well.
Do you know what? Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Is that black or dark green, though?
We had.
I think it's black.
Yeah, it's black, isn't it? That
Yeah,
should
we-
be dark green.
Yeah, it should.
We had Daffabet, and I always thought it fitted onto the football top quite well, and I still think it does when they put them. As sponsors go, betting ones, Daffabet are one of the ones that seem to fit a bit better.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah,
I think because this is by area as well,
Yeah,
um,
we used to have area, yeah.
I think it was low expectations. I think they've surpassed those.
Yeah.
It's a good area kit,
Yeah.
but
I'd give it a 5.5.
yeah, it's average 5.
Yeah, I think I'd give it maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And on to Sheffield United then, their home kit.
I
The
just don't like that
sponsors-
Every time I
sponsor,
see
man.
that home kit, I just want to throw up. It's horrible.
Just screams League 2.
It does, yeah.
Like,
honestly.
This is a
it's
shame
horrible.
as well because they're back in the Premier League and they're a pretty, it's a Sheffield club, so they'll bring something.
Yeah, like
decent to
massive passion in that.
Yeah, exactly.
In Sheffield as well.
And this is the home kit they come up with to come back.
And again, it's that
Horrible.
striped shirt and then
It's
the
not
sponsor.
as nice as the one they did last season. The one they did last season was nice.
It's like what
This
you
just
said,
isn't great.
Sam. A sponsor can kill a kit, and it has
It
done
can,
for this.
it's
It's
completely
Yeah, it has
the
done for
collar
this,
as
but
well.
If you can
man.
visualise that without the sponsor,
Well,
that's
for
much
one,
better.
The
Look
sponsor
better,
looks
yeah.
like you can barely make out what it is, what the sponsor is, because it's just.
Well, it
like-
collides,
It's
doesn't
like,
it?
look,
with the
there's
collides,
stripe?
so
yeah.
much writing underneath as well. It's like
It looks
Yeah,
better.
what
It
even?
looks
what's it
better on
even
the
say?
white one.
It's shocking.
Yeah, it's
I'd,
poor. I'll go with the home kit to 2.5. to
Yeah, I'm
3.
going to go 2 for the home.
yeah. Two
I
for
think the
home.
away kit is a
Shame.
lot better.
The away kit's
5.
a 6, I'd say. The away kit.
And it's funny because the sponsor on the away kit fits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. It actually looks somewhat okay. Yeah.
5. I think it's just average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, 5 or 6 for the away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that home, very disappointing. Another
This
disappointing
is
home kit.
awful. This Southampton.
Potentially
kit.
worse than that.
This-
Southampton.
Yeah, this
It's-
is absolutely atrocious.
it's
This
like-
makes the Sheffield United kit look nice.
That's what I mean. It's not as if they've gone full black on the sleeves as well, so they've connected it up. They've just gone, we'll
Why
stop
has it
at
got
that
black
point.
now?
Yeah, to be fair, if
That's
the
what I
sleeves
mean.
were black as well,
It would have
it'd look
looked
better.
better,
But
but
that's not their colours.
it reminds me of a rugby top.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like the weird thing is like because they've got that awful black patch at the top and it goes down way too far. The badge and the Under Armour logo are really low down.
yeah, and look at the collar as well. It's red.
What
Like,
the
why is it
hell?
red?
Oh, it's
Like,
just
Yeah,
it's.
but like, what's that bit as well? Oh, it's a button.
Button.
No,
Oh,
I
they've
didn't
got
see
a
the
button
button.
as well. Oh, that's
Oh,
awful.
that goes down even more for
Oh,
me.
God, that's awful. That's a 0.
It's like the collar is like
That's
lopsided.
bad.
That is absolutely atrocious. That is
I'm
a
gonna give
0.
it 1 just because they've come up with a new
Yeah,
kit.
1.
Them and Newcastle are the
That
two
is
worst so
atrocious. Oh man,
Awful.
and it ends at the back. Look there.
far. Oh,
Doesn't
it's
even
awful.
carry on.
Oh,
It just doesn't match.
And
The,
do
Do you know what? It looks like you've got a bib on.
Yeah,
it does.
It
You know, like not even
A
a training
sports-
bib,
yeah,
like
a
baby bib
Oh, yeah, to
Look.
be fair.
or a napkin. Like, oh, that's awful.
Awful.
And
their
then
away kit's just as bad
Horrible.
almost.
It's horrible.
I kind of like that yellow.
Is that
the
a
yellow
brown?
grey.
Is that dark brown or?
Actually, yeah, I think that is
'Cause
brown.
that's horrible.
Absolutely disgusting.
The yellow's horrible.
It's better than the home. For
It
me.
is, and it's a 1.
Which
I'll
one is
give
that?
it a
Is that the
1.
away or third?
God knows. The white one's slightly better. The
Yeah.
white one's a 3.
Yeah,
and,
the white one is a 3.
And the yellow one's a 1. It's bad. It's not as bad as the home, but it's bad.
So on to Tottenham then.
I like this
Nice
one.
clean kit.
Really nice.
Could
That's-
be cleaner.
It's just simple, and I think the kits that are simple are the best. It's just nice. Like, it's apart from I think the collar could have been improved by having it all blue, all round instead of just cutting off.
Yeah,
at
it's
a point.
disgusting how they've done that.
But apart from that, I think it's nice.
I think it's
a
better than
8.
the one they had last year.
If you
because-
visualise it without the blue accents, though, I think it's even better. I think if it was all white,
I don't know.
it's a
I
very
like,
clean kit
I
then.
like the blue on it. Have they got blue shorts as well?
Yeah, that's
That's
something
good.
to be said, to be fair. If we go to the away kit then.
I like this away.
Oh, did we
I'd-
rate the
No,
home
no.
shirt?
I'd go with an 8 for the
Yeah,
Spurs
8.
home kit.
Yeah,
I
I'd
like
stick
that.
with 8. The away, now I've seen it again, I might go about 6.
Yeah, I would agree. It's not the pattern. I think ruins it. If it was just plain with the dark blue.
Oh, I've
the navy
seen that
blue
now.
then.
That pattern now. That's knocked it down a rating or 2.
Does that not go to the shoulder either? Oh, it doesn't.
No.
I'd give that a 6 now. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. I
6.
don't like the pattern there. It ruins it. Otherwise, it's in a really nice top.
It's interesting how a lot of clubs or manufacturers have tried to go for this chest pattern.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's not a good one. Like I think the Burnley one works well,
It's like
but
a
I don't
bus
think
seat.
that one works.
Oh my
Yeah.
days, it actually does.
No,
Oh, this
that
is
On
horrible.
to
awful.
Watford then.
That is
This could be a
absolute-
contender for worse than Newcastle. This is horrible.
It's
It's just-
it is vile. This Southampton and Newcastle are the worst ones.
Yeah. It's how both sleeves are yellow. It's not even as
I
if
know,
the
Yeah,
other
when
one's
you
black.
pointed
It's
that out
like-
earlier. Yeah.
It's half and half, and then they've just decided, we'll still go with yellow sleeves. That is
And it
awful.
ends, it's all yellow at the back.
That's so.
It's
Why is the
like-
black there? Just,
Yeah.
It's literally just a blob of black for no reason.
yeah. And I don't think the orange works with it as well.
No, I
Like
agree.
a white could have worked with
Yeah,
it.
the
but-
orange 3 lines.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that. Especially with the stripes as well. If you're going to do stripes, don't do yellow.
No, I
Do you know what I
agree,
mean?
yeah.
Go carry the.
This is
the
I'll
red
give
slash
this
orange
a
on.
1. I
This
don't
is
think it's
1.
quite a 0, but it's a 1. It's bad.
I'm going to give it 2, being generous to be honest.
You are.
On to West Ham then. Uninspiring, if I had to sum it up. Like
At least they've
typical
tried to
West
change,
Ham.
They've tried to change
Yeah.
the home kit a
This-
bit.
The home kit would have been nice if it wasn't for the stripes.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just like why, like you said, teams are just putting random patterns at the
what
top
is
of
it
the
about?
shirt. It's just like
I don't get that.
it's a 6 for me. If they got rid of that, it
I'd
could have
go
been
the
an
home
8.
kit to 6, the away kit to 7.
Yeah,
I think I'll go
away kit's
5
nice.
for the home and 5 for away. I think they're both just
What would
bang
you say
average.
they're equal?
About, yeah.
Oh,
I'd say the white's nicer.
yeah.
On to
Um,
Wolves
the
then, and you're a
Wolves,
fan of this, aren't you?
I like this one. I think this is nicer than their kit they had last season, because I felt like the kit they had last season wasn't the right shade of colour because I've always thought of Wolves as being like gold, but it was more like kind of yellowy, and I didn't like that.
It's missing something for me.
It doesn't scream.
It's
It
Oh,
doesn't
they're
very-
jump
stripes.
out.
it's
Oh,
very-
hang on. Are they stripes? Or is that just the pattern?
I think it's just a pattern.
Yeah.
But it
It's
doesn't-
missing the black
yeah, it
stripes
doesn't
on the shoulders.
Jump out to me.
Yeah,
It just
but
seems,
I like it though. I like how it's plain. It's simple. I'd give it a 7. I quite like this.
I don't like the sponsor.
I'm going
as
to
well.
give it, I think, 5.5.
Yeah, I'd
The
give
sponsor's
it a
not great.
5.
No, I'll give you that. But I quite like it. I don't know why. I just do. I quite like it.
What about the away kit then?
That's very nice.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't.
quite-
I don't like that. I don't like the lines on it.
It's an improvement, I think, from the home.
I really like
and
the black
it's got the
one.
stripes on the shoulders, which I
Yes.
think if the home kit had black stripes on the shoulders, for me,
Yeah.
it'd bump it up to a 7. But
I think the black's an 8.
8.
I think it's
That
really
high?
nice. I think it's
I'm
nice.
gonna go 6.
Well, you gave the Spurs one in it. We all gave the Spurs one in it. I'd say it's the same as that.
No,
It's nice.
No, I don't think.
I like black kits. That's what I think
I'd give
it is.
that
it's a very
5.
faded orange, though, isn't it?
That's what I mean.
8. I like
5.
it. I like both. I think Wolves have done a good job there. They're both 2 nice kits.
So then, I think we should rank the top 3 kits in the Prem
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and top 3 were.
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah,
So
Top
top
three
3
best.
worst, easy.
do
Watford, Newcastle, Southampton.
yeah. Can't disagree.
In what order, though? In that order.
In that order, I'd say. Southampton is just about worse.
What
than
about
Newcastle.
Sheffield United, though?
I don't
at
think it's.
home?
I don't think it's
No,
worse than any of those
just
3.
Watford,
It's
I
bad,
think's
but
the
the
worst.
Watford one's bad. Yeah.
I think Watford's the worst. Then Southampton, then Newcastle.
I think. Yeah. So let's run through individually. So what would you go for, John?
Oh, I'd go for Watford's the 3rd worst. 2nd worst is Newcastle. The worst is Southampton.
I'll go Watford first, being the worst, and then Southampton, then Newcastle.
So difficult, isn't it?
It is.
Because to be fair, it's not the best standard of Premier League kits
No.
we've seen, is it?
No.
Top 3 worst from 3rd to 1st then. So yeah, Watford. I think I'd go Sheffield United,
Ooh.
and then I go Southampton. I think they've got the worst kit in the league. To be fair,
Yeah, I can maybe
that
see
home
Yeah,
kit.
They've got the worst kits. Like
Yeah.
their
Yeah,
three's
to be
just
honest, yeah.
shit.
Yeah, Southampton is just the worst. They've made a mess of that.
Top 3 best then.
Right, that's difficult. I think Arsenal are definitely in the top 3.
I'll make it easy. I'm going to go for United first.
Okay.
Really rate both kits.
Yeah.
Then probably Chelsea,
Okay.
and then that Arsenal. The Arsenal kit's nice. If I was picking individual kits, I'd probably go the Liverpool's goalkeeper kit first,
Yeah.
above United's home
Okay.
kit.
I'm
Right, so
If we're going
for a
on
group.
general, I'm going to go United, Chelsea, Arsenal.
Okay, if we're going general, I'd go Arsenal first. I think they've got the best kits.
I agree with that.
I know. I like Chelsea's own one.
It's
If
nice.
I can pick
don't like
individually,
that.
Yeah,
don't.
pick individually. Then.
I'll go Liverpool's goalkeeping one first, then Arsenal's home, and then Chelsea's home. I think they're really nice.
I'm gonna go with the best one's the Arsenal one. The 2nd best is the Liverpool one. I like that. And the 3rd one is a tie between Man United and. I gave Man United a 9, didn't I? So I gave Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man United all 9s. So I'd put Arsenal best, Liverpool 2nd, and Man United 3rd, and Tottenham's not far behind.
So we'll take a short break then, and then we'll get on to some transfers and potentially football's next star.
Yeah.
We'll see. So we're back for the second half of episode 6. Still no Connor, still no Ash, but
Yeah.
we'll get on to some transfers now, and let's see what we can come up with. So, should we talk about the Bale one first?
Yeah, apparently, well, Zidane wants him gone. and there's been a bit of a rift there. The agent says that Zidane has no respect. A lot of people are calling in, has Bale necessarily been a success or not?
Well,
even though he's won so many trophies and scored so many
scored
important
big
goals.
Like, I genuinely dislike Real Madrid fans. They're too greedy.
The thing is, I think
yeah, they're all greedy.
I think Bale's a victim of, he was seen as Ronaldo's successful like heir to the throne to Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And because Ronaldo stuck around a lot longer than we thought he would at the top level at Real Madrid, was I think a lot of people thought by about 32, 33 he might stop scoring as much and Bale will be the natural successor. But he didn't. He carried on a lot longer than that.
He scored in.
And then when Ronaldo did leave, Bale wasn't on form enough to
It was
take
almost
that
like
mantle.
those injuries had just
And the
took it out of him.
injuries and I don't think his confidence is right. I don't think he's happy there.
No.
I actually think he's lost love for the game with how he's acted this
it seems like
past couple of years.
I want him to move because it'll be better for him. I think.
Yeah.
Not to China.
It will, yeah.
Don't go China.
And can
I
we
think
just
Bayern
say-
Munich would be a good move?
It would, yeah, but can we just say, like, if this was any other club, let's say Bale had done what he had for United, for Liverpool,
He'd be a
for
legend.
Chelsea, for Bayern, for Juve, he's a
I mean,
legend.
was it
At
two
Real
Champions
Madrid,
Leagues
he's got no
Champions-
respect.
Two
Copa
Champions
del Rey.
League, two Champions League finals he scored in.
Yeah.
Right, he's won 4 of them.
That Copa
won
del
4
Rey, he
Champions
won that
Leagues.
for him.
He won that for him. Yeah, he's won a league with them. He scored a lot of goals, made a lot of assists.
This is what I want to say. Who do Real Madrid fans regard as a legend?
Well, they
Like,
love
how-
Zidane, and obviously he's a legend. But I want to
like,
get onto this.
Ba-
Bale, obviously Bale's more of a forward.
Scored more goals and got more assists.
So
I saw
he's
that.
played 4 more games. He's scored 102 goals compared to Zidane's 49.
Yeah.
He's got 65 assists. Zidane got 66, and then he's won 14 trophies compared to Zidane's 6. Technically, he's done more for the team
Yeah,
when you
that
look
is-
at it in
that-
that
yeah.
sense.
That is
That's
mad.
true. But
Yet he's being treated like with no respect by a legend.
I think if he's, I know this may be a bold statement, but I think if he's Spanish, they wouldn't have minded.
Yeah,
him.
this is where it comes
I
into
do think
play.
That is
If
a
he's-
factor.
Like,
This is a massive factor now. This is where it comes into what has he done? Has he brought this on himself? Yes, he has. He's isolated himself immediately.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't learn
He
the
doesn't know
language.
the
that's not
language.
good enough.
He's,
what
he's,
doesn't he know it
he
still?
doesn't. No, not at all.
Jeez, that's
He
bad.
doesn't care enough to learn it, to embrace the
that's-
Spanish
that's not
culture.
good enough.
That's just a massive sign of disrespect.
Well, that's just your disrespect to your teammates because they're all going to speak Spanish.
Exactly. I mean, 100% Hazard will be learning it.
Of course he will.
Yeah.
Of course he will. I think you've got to really if you move to another culture, another country.
You have to, or else, like you said, you're going to be left out, and don't be surprised when you are. It's
Yeah,
like-
exactly. Yeah.
But speaking of being surprised, I wouldn't be shocked if Bale went to China. I really
I wouldn't
wouldn't.
be
I
shocked.
wouldn't
I
be
think
shocked,
because of
but
the money.
It would
because
be
of
a
the money.
bad move.
He should go to Bayern.
If he
Munich, though.
does do that, it genuinely is for the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Bayern Munich would be a good move for him, I think.
And I think a Serie A team.
Yeah, maybe.
But
yeah.
then you look at this as well.
Inter Milan.
Or PSG.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
They're on about that.
Because they're on about that.
Kind of a shock deal has emerged
It's a farmers
with
league
Neymar.
as well.
Yeah.
It's farmers
Oh, he's got a
league,
few
so
more.
He won't get many.
If he goes to
injuries, it's
PSG,
walking.
he's got a few decent seasons in him.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
has. And
it's a
yeah,
good
the
shout.
thingy they're on about doing Neymar plus Bale plus cash for Neymar. I think that'd be a really good deal. But PSG have
How
got a
much
lot
money
of
are we
options.
talking though?
That's the thing.
You know, how much is Bale worth now? Is that
Yeah.
60 mil?
Yeah,
at the
so
moment?
is it
that
gonna-
a push?
So PSG would probably want PSG value at Neymar. Is it 200 million? Or is it 300? I don't know.
See, it's
Don't know.
is it exciting times for PSG, or is it kind of the dreaded times? Because
I
you
think
look at this,
the
they've got
owners are apparently getting bored, aren't they?
they've
Yeah.
got a
Now.
few decent offers on the table now.
Yeah.
Obviously, Barca came in with 90 million plus a list of players for them
Yeah.
to choose.
Yeah, but
That
it's-
included Coutinho
And
and
Dembele.
Dembele.
You could see that as they're just offloading their shit players. I know they're good players,
But
but
they're
Yeah,
very
I
good.
get what you mean.
You can have a choice of these that we want to get rid of.
You've got to let Neymar go. The guy wants to go.
Yeah, he isn't
and
training. What's the point?
What's
in playing?
the point?
Like,
Just let him go. Take the money and take
We've
two,
said
two
this as well.
solid players.
His time in France has just been injury after injury anyway.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
it has.
expected to be the main star. He'll get a Ballon d'Or, get out
That
of
was the
Messi's
vision,
shadow.
yeah.
and
That's
it's
what it
well-
was.
That
It
was the
win,
vision.
It was win the Champions League.
Get
with
PSG to
PSG.
win the Champions League,
Is that,
yeah.
Yeah.
is that Thanos meme where it's like your own failures brought you back to me?
Oh,
He'll go
yeah.
back to Barcelona.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if he goes to Real Madrid, the hate he would get.
I've said
from-
this before, but I would prefer him at Real Madrid.
Yeah,
But then it's like, where's Hazard going to play?
I mean,
that's the thing. Like,
But then if he goes back to Barca, where's he going to play?
because ain't Griezmann in his
I
position.
think what they'll do at Barcelona is they'll slowly transition to Messi, Griezmann, Neymar.
Yeah, put Suarez on the bench.
Start to drop Suarez a bit and rotate it. Maybe Griezmann plays where Coutinho was playing, just in behind the front three. That's very, very attacking.
Could do, but you've got to get rid of Coutinho.
And just while we're on Coutinho, yeah, obviously if
they will do if
Neymar
they get
comes
Neymar
back,
back.
Coutinho is sure to be gone. I
Yeah.
think he'd suit PSG.
He'd work that well there. That'd be a good move for him.
See, I want Coutinho. I know I called Coutinho a snake and all that, so I apologise, Coutinho, but I'd love to have him back. Like,
I don't think you need
him in
him,
that team. I know we don't need him, but we only had a couple of months.
Well, you're on about getting him back on loan, aren't you?
Yeah.
With an option to buy.
Yeah,
That'd be brilliant
2-year
business
loan.
if you did do that.
But this PSG thing's come about with
he's
in the Baginti of the 5 players who
Yeah.
they can pick out of. I can't see him coming back to
I
us.
think Rakitic and Malcolm were in that.
Yeah.
Them options as well. But yeah, if he comes back to Liverpool, is it worse? Because like you played better without him.
That's the thing, but
You know, Firmino took that role, didn't he? Instead.
we needed that goal-scoring midfielder, that little bit that'll add.
And it's more squad depth, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And like Coutinho could hit one from like 30 yards and all.
Oh
that
yeah,
and
he's a special player.
And I think if we had that as well, like I said, it's a positive if we get him.
Yeah, you wouldn't be gutted, would you?
Nah. I think the question for me is how he would be perceived by the fans.
I think it'd be half and half, like United with Pogba.
That's what I mean, because it's like
I
you've left
don't,
us,
I don't think it would be though. I think he'd still get a good reception.
but it's that thing of you've left us for success. We've got the success now. Now you're coming back.
It's a bit like, I know we always use these analogies, but like with a girl then, you're with a girl, she thinks, oh, I'll get with this guy who's got a 6-pack.
Yeah.
He rejects her, she comes back to you, it's like,
that's
Are
a
you-
good analogy.
yeah,
isn't it?
are you
good analogy.
are you happy with it, or
Yeah.
it's bittersweet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's because
It
you've always got.
depends how much you like the girl. Though.
Yeah. No, because you've
I
always got
suppose.
that in your head that you left us.
And,
Well,
if-
yeah,
and
and
if
your
she
head
was,
turned,
if she
and
or
it's-
Coutinho are genuine in that I did make a mistake, then
Yeah, but you're not gonna forget that.
No,
and that's
true.
And that's. But I'd love
it's
having
different
back.
with football though than it is.
No,
like,
it massively
it's
is.
a
Yeah,
business.
I know a lot of people get
Definitely.
angry when we use these analogies.
It's a business, isn't it? At
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's like buying a property.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Basically, it would make sense for Liverpool if he was on a loan for sure.
Yeah,
100%,
but-
yeah.
Definitely. And I
but
don't think they've.
I
paid,
think he's off to PSG though.
I don't think they've paid all the money for Coutinho as well. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
there
they
might
did it
be
in
a little
bits,
bit.
didn't they?
Yeah. So
So I think I'd be surprised if PSG do not accept the Dembele and Coutinho
yeah.
offer, because I just think PSG may as well just give up now. Like Neymar wants to leave. The guy's already pretty toxic in your dressing room. Imagine how toxic he's going to be when he wants to leave. And you're getting 90 million plus 2 very solid players who will both be fantastic in that league, like Dembele and
Dembele would tear it up.
Dembele
Yeah.
would be so good in that French league if he's on his game, and Coutinho would be class as well, kind of replacing Neymar as an inverted winger. Yeah, I think that's perfect for PSG. They've I think they'll fully had Barcelona's pants down. Was they'd have taken Neymar off them and then given him back plus 2 players.
It's a stupid deal if you think about it. Because how much is Coutinho worth?
At least 70 mil.
And then
Something
how
They
like
much
that.
is
brought him
Dembe-
for 140 though, didn't
So
they?
you're
Was it
getting-
that
Oh, that's
much they
true.
brought
So
him?
if you look at inflation,
Yeah.
whether he's lost form or not,
Yeah.
he's probably 90 mil.
He's probably a
And then
90 million player.
Dembele as well.
Dembele was 120 million as well.
How much do you reckon?
Crap,
Would you-
yeah.
I reckon he's another 100 million. we'd have
Right,
to spend
and then
for
you've
him.
got
Plus 90 million.
That's like pretty much 300 million.
Like,
Wow. Yeah, when you look at it like that, that's a no-brainer.
yeah.
Absolute no-brainer.
2
for
quality
PSG.
players.
Stupid.
Dembele's got a lot of potential to
I
fulfill.
think that's what we're going to go more towards now in terms of football signings.
Well, we're seeing it, aren't we now?
When me and Sam were talking about this before, I think to get around financial fair play, they'll start putting players into offers
Yeah.
to lower the asking prices. So players
see
like
that.
Dembele and Coutinho that are replaceable with Neymar, they'll just throw in to put the price down. You may as well.
Yeah.
You kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
100%, yeah. It might be a way around, and like with loaning players as well.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Yeah.
So on to the next transfer then. Should we talk about James Rodriguez?
What's going on with James Rodriguez?
Well, he's in limbo. Every season he seems to be in limbo.
I don't get it because Bayern Munich have decided not to sign him.
I know, and he had a good spell there as well.
I know.
I feel sorry for the bloke.
He seems to be the best journeyman ever.
Yeah.
Like, not in terms of how many clubs he's played for, but like, he's an elite journeyman.
He is a brilliant player as well, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
But
we'll never forget that World Cup as well.
I know, with that goal against Uruguay, wow. I remember watching that live and just thinking, what?
And again, it comes down to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
They've messed him about.
Treat players like
and it was
shit.
That was Zidane.
That's what I hate about
him
as well.
That was Zidane. That was that didn't like Rodriguez. I mean, I don't think he was doing quite as well, even when he first joined Real Madrid. I remember at the time thinking that's a lot of money for James Rodriguez.
Well, Atletico are after him.
Are they?
Yeah,
that could be a good move
they've
for
apparently
him.
dropped interest in Christian Eriksen,
yeah.
and they're going for Rodriguez.
That was very brief. They were only briefly interested in Eriksen, weren't they?
Yeah.
I'd go for, as controversial as it sounds, I probably would go for James Rodriguez.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
James Rodriguez over Eriksen was, I think, how old is Rodriguez? He's about 26.
He's a year older than Eriksen, believe it or not.
Is he?
Yeah, or maybe a few months. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't.
He's
know
28
that.
and Eriksen's 27.
Well, that kind of changes my opinion.
I thought he was young, to be fair.
Honestly, I keep thinking Eriksen's like 30.
Yeah, same.
He seems to have been around forever.
29,
yeah.
We were linked with him in like 2010.
I know, yeah. I think he left the Eredivisie quite late though, didn't he?
Yeah, he was
23, 24.
He was Ajax for ages. That was a brilliant signing from Tottenham's point, to be fair. He's a good player, and he'd be good at Atletico. But I don't know. I probably now, if I was Atletico, I probably would. I think the thing that's putting Atletico off Eriksen is you probably would have to spend 100-odd million on him.
And they've spent a lot.
And they have, yeah, especially with João Felix as well.
Yeah. And Trippier.
Yeah.
Well, what a surprise signing that was.
Yeah,
it is a career mode signing.
Yeah, it was.
I think we do need to touch on this because we talked about Atletico's transfer nightmare.
But they've fully had us.
They're having a rebuild.
Yeah.
They're not just losing out. They've got a lot of players out, to be fair. They've got Vieto, Menza, Axel Werner is a loan. Juan Fran's obviously retired.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Diego Godin, people like that. But they have brought in João Felix, which is a massive transfer.
Yeah,
whether he's worth that price with like 20 games played at first team level is kind of sketchy.
It is,
But it's an Atletico signing, that isn't it?
He could be brilliant. He could be like the next big thing, and then they could sell him off for like £1 billion.
Sell him to City.
They could probably sign him for £1 billion
to replace
with
Aguero
the
or something.
market at the moment. He's
obviously they've got Morata as well.
Mate, have you seen Benfica's players who they've sold? It's ridiculous how much profit they've made.
What, this window?
Now in like the past couple of years.
Yeah, it was
ridiculous.
And stuff, yeah.
If you look at them though, they form some massive talent.
I know.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I know a lot of clubs are after Ruben Diaz, including United as well.
Aren't Wolves after him?
Yeah, Juve are as well. Real Madrid apparently.
That'd be a class. Imagine if Wolves got him.
Well, they're after Cutrone as well.
I know that would be such a good signing.
What the hell, yeah. And he's not Portuguese. Can we celebrate that?
I know. Yeah. Imagine if you'd have told yourself 2 years ago, they'd been taken over for a year. Mm-hmm. They were a mid-table championship side, and you're telling me that Cutrone was going to go to Wolves in 2 years' time, and they just finished 7th. And they're going to have their first Europa League game in years on Thursday.
This is how Newcastle's mindset should be.
Yeah,
Wolves are absolutely smashing it. They're almost replicating City, and that is their goal.
Yeah, it is.
At the end of the day. So
fair play to Wolves. I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, fair play.
I knew what it was like to have that first European game as well, so I wish them luck on Thursday.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, going back to Atletico's signings, they've got Marcus Llorente from Real Madrid for 30 mil. They bought Felipe from, I think it was Porto, Hector Herrera on a free, and he's a workhorse, he is.
We will link with him.
I think it'll be a real interesting move.
We will link with him, and then he went to Atletico Madrid the same day.
That's the Prem for you, though. Honestly, that's the Prem for you.
Just remember when I saw the link, I was like, really? Are we after Hector Herrera? I mean, that would be a really good signing if we did.
I mean, think about Stoke when they got Jesse or Bojan or Arnautovic. Shaqiri, that was the big one.
Mate,
anything in the Prem can happen.
It can
because if you look at the money, even clubs outside of the top 10 are probably as rich as the top 6.
We're a richer football club than Ajax.
It's mad.
Really?
But that's the TV.
We were a richer club than Ajax 5 years ago. like when we had one season in the Prem.
How do you think Trippier's going to go at Atletico? Because that's a real interesting signing and one that shocked me as well.
Yeah, I think this could work because Atletico Madrid have got a really solid defensive unit and he might get protected.
Language barrier, I think, might hinder him.
Yeah, could do.
Could do, yeah.
I was going to say, if this works out, should we be looking to send more English players or Brits abroad?
I think there's been a trend, hasn't there?
There has, yeah.
Especially
Sancho,
with Germany.
Lookman as well.
Yeah. We could be seeing it more.
Reece Nelson.
Ampadu just completed a loan move to Leipzig. He's Welsh, isn't he? So
yeah, I think Atletico Madrid. I wouldn't say Burnley are obviously not as good as Atletico Madrid, but they've got a very similar, tactical side of football in which it's very defensive football. And I think Trippier was excellent at Burnley because he was protected. Because Burnley had that rigid defence, but he could bomb on and put lots of crosses in the box to big strikers, and that's what he could do at Atletico. It could be a really good move for him if he's 100%. Allowed to do that. But you could be right about the language barrier thing. He's lost a lot of confidence, I think.
If he can get to that form that he was in the World Cup, where he's banging 100%. In quality free kicks, and he's just solid defensively.
Brilliant deliveries. He's got such a wonderful,
his crossing,
wonderful
it's always been
on
quite consistent.
Honestly, he's the best cross I've ever seen at Burnley. He was a brilliant crosser of the ball.
Yeah, you forget he was at Burnley.
I know, that's mad.
And he was
like,
awesome.
that's mad.
I know. We got him from Man City. He was one of the cast-offs. Him and Ben Mee, both Man City academy boys.
Wow,
didn't know that.
I actually didn't know that.
Well, Ben Mee's been around for bloody ages. I can't remember the last time we didn't have him in our centre-back pairing. But yeah, I obviously really like Kieran Trippier. He was one of my favourite players at Burnley, and he was brilliant. I feel like he was really good for Tottenham up until last season. I think he had a poor season for his standards. But
what do you reckon's going on with Tottenham? Because they're trying to get rid of Danny Rose as well, aren't they?
I know.
And he's linked with Juve.
Yeah, I saw that this morning as well. Sarri apparently wants him.
It's like a proper FIFA career mode signing.
Did you see that he offered himself to Barcelona as well?
Who?
What,
Danny
like
Rose
in a joke way?
No, literally said I'm available to Barcelona.
They have that, recently they've had that shocking signing, like you had Paulinho.
Okay, I offer myself
for
to
Barcelona.
For
Marlon as well, that was quite shocking.
I offer myself to Barcelona then. I'd quite like to play for Barcelona.
Well, speaking of that, you've got that young kid. What's his name? Did you hear about it? I'll get that up now, just real quick.
Oh, was he the Japanese kid?
No. They've poached him from Real Madrid. Have poached him, haven't they, from Barca?
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. Well, there was that West Brom kid that had the difficult decision of does he want to play for West Brom or Barcelona? Tough choice. Does he want to live in Black Country or Catalonia?
His name's Louis Barry, under 16 striker, and there you are.
Yeah, I saw. Fair play to
England's maybe one of the brightest hopes.
He was literally choosing between West Brom and Barcelona. I've never thought I'd hear that.
Obviously, you've got as well Marcus McGuane. Have you heard of him as well?
No,
he's in the B team.
I don't know if you guys feel this, but don't it make you feel a little bit older when you've got footballers that are like that
younger
age
than you,
and
not just older though, failed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know we haven't started our career yet.
It's like Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's the same age as us.
There's hope. I think this is some of the brightest future that we could have imagined, really.
Yeah, we've got a good future ahead of us for
short term as well.
Yeah, agreed.
A lot of talent to be nurtured. I think the last thing I want to touch on is El Shouari going to China.
That's
it's a backward step.
That's a China
That's how to become irrelevant.
That is a Chinese move.
The thing is, he had so much potential at AC Milan, but he just fell off a cliff. He did.
Well, I want to speak about this because you know how in acting then
you have so good.
You have the Disney stars and you got Nickelodeon stars. Yeah. Traditionally, the Disney stars fall off. Go crazy. The Nickelodeon ones are quite normal and they just have a good career. Look at Ariana Grande, people like that. With AC Milan, are they doing something where they're not nurturing the talent enough? Do you get what I mean by that?
Yeah.
There's obviously different systems, and the reason I bring up Disney and Nickelodeon is because Nickelodeon look after them. There's aftercare.
Right,
Disney,
okay,
they spit you out and you're kind of done, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's so many examples.
Is that the same with AC Milan? Because this is becoming a theme now. Pato. Yes, he had injuries.
He was so.
Hachin Mastor, meant to be the next big thing.
Remember him.
I can't remember him. No.
Oh,
What other AC Milan's ones? I definitely remember Pato. I mean, like, he was so rated at one point. I mean, he was 19 and he was in the AC Milan side.
does that
Vaguely, yeah. He looks familiar, yeah.
Again, he was meant to be like the next Neymar kind of figure.
What's happened with Donnarumma as well? Is he still there? Like,
Who?
Donnarumma.
Oh, Donnarumma, yeah. Yeah, he's still there, he is.
Yeah.
He's actually doing good. He's still getting first team minutes.
He's very young as well.
Yeah, he's had a good season. But what is it with AC Milan? Or is it just unlucky?
I think it's largely a football thing in general, not necessarily just AC Milan. I think a lot of young talent falls off, and
because of the hype.
Yeah, like Wilshere, he fell off.
We haven't seen it with Mbappe though. Is
No.
that an elite mindset?
But I think he's just a next level footballer.
Yeah.
Though, you know,
Just,
he
he's
is
got the whole
next
package,
step.
like Ronaldo, like your Messi.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a special talent. Him. I get a lot of Brazilian Ronaldo vibes from Mbappe.
He's just so composed.
If you get what I mean, like that kind.
I mean, he's our age.
I know.
That's depressing, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Like,
It makes me upset, man.
And if you look at the goals he's scored, like
the guy's won a World Cup.
Since making his loan,
What?
Since
making his loan,
at media A level. That's all I can say for myself.
well, that's the thing, isn't it? In fact, I'm older than him by 2 months,
Wow.
so I just feel failed.
How old's Mbappe? 20.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm 19, so I'm a year younger than him. Wow. I'm 20 in a couple of months' time. Oh God, that's depressing.
How many appearances has he already
So-
had in football?
I'm not sure altogether, but I know that since he made his move permanent, he scored 33 goals in 29 appearances for PSG.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Very exciting player.
Future
Yeah.
Ballon d'Or winner.
Oh, he's got
he's got to be, yeah.
I think he's going to win multiple.
He's got more chance than Neymar.
I agree.
And
Yeah,
this
I
is
think
where we
I
go back to
agree with that.
Neymar. Apparently transferred to PSG to escape Messi's shadow, and then he went into Mbappe's shadow. It's
shadow.
like, wow.
The unluck. Well. Like I said, I can't believe that he left Barcelona for PSG. It should be the other way around.
It was a bold move, and
yeah.
we could be
but
sat here saying today, "Oh, that was the best move he ever did." He won the Ballon d'Or.
I could
PSG
see it if
won
he went to
back-to-back
like.
Champions
I
League.
could see if he went to like Man City or like somewhere in a
I think
proper
he'd suit City.
in a proper competitive league.
He is a City signing.
I could see that if he went
Honestly,
to
I
a
could see that.
competitive league. I don't think City would spend the money
Robinho
on it.
version 2.
Oh.
Yeah, it would be a Robinho 2.0 probably. Although he's a better player than Robinho, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think
I think that sums it up, to be
yeah,
honest.
I think it does. Yeah.
What an eventful day, to be honest, and the
Yeah.
dedication and time that we've taken to try and get this podcast out.
Yeah.
Can't fuck with us, Ash.
Yeah, but yeah, there goes a full-time whistle. So if you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to leave a rating, subscribe to our YouTube channel for some additional content. But yeah, we'll see you next podcast, and hopefully it'll be a bit more planned.
Yeah. We won't have so many obstacles.
Yeah, we had so many obstacles today.
Yeah, we
so
did.
many.